it did not remain untouched. Time does not leave anything alone. After the destruction, Jerusalem did not stay empty. It was taken, renamed, rebuilt, repurposed over and over again. New rulers arrived with new meanings, new priorities, new claims over the same ground. And the wall stayed where it was. Empires rose around it, but none of them built it. The Romans passed, the Byzantines followed. Then came Islamic rule, and with it, a different kind of permanence, one that would shape the city for centuries. Above the wall, the platform where the temple once stood did not remain vacant. It became home to the Dome of the Rock and the wider sacred space known as the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The center had changed, but the edge remained. For those who returned quietly, carefully, often under restriction, the Western Wall became something more defined. Not just a remnant, but a destination. Not freely. Never freely. There were periods when access was limited, controlled, or denied altogether. Times when those who came to stand before it had to do so under watch or at the edges of tolerance. Narrow alleys, tight spaces. A wall approached from the side, not the front. No grand open plaza, no sense of arrival. Just stone, pressed close by the weight of the city built around it. And still, they came. Not in great numbers at first, not in the way we see today, but steadily, quietly, consistently, because the meaning had shifted again. It was no longer just the nearest point to what had been lost. It had become a place where that loss was remembered, deliberately. A place where time did not erase it layered. Each generation arrived with its own weight, its own questions, its own reasons for standing there, and each left nothing visible behind, except for what could not be seen. Memory, carried forward. There were no victories here. No reclaiming, no rebuilding, no moment where the past was restored. Only continuation. And that is a different kind of endurance. Because it is one thing to rebuild something that has fallen. It is another to live alongside its absence. Centuries passed like this. The world beyond the city changed faster than the stones within it. Borders shifted. Nations formed and dissolved. Wars came and went. And still, within the old city, down those narrow approaches, the wall remained, unmoved. Not because it resisted change, but because it had already outlasted what mattered most to those who came to it. By the time the modern world began to take shape, the wall was no longer just part of history. It was part of identity. Not as proof of what still stood, but as witness to what did not.